will a guy like Diddy ever get used to it? I don't think so. Okay, he better, because I think that's where he's going to be spending the rest of his life. But I don't think he could. Mentally, he'd
What
never be able to take it.
what was the most surprising things that this prison guard told you that was working
Huh?
at MDC?
She
What the
said
MDC?
he said that he is being treated like every other inmate, no differently. He initially was complaining about everything several times a day, and when he complained or talked to a guard, he would take down the guard's name and badge number and kept everything in a little book. Now, as I said in the interview, I presume his lawyers told him to do that because they were trying to build a case to get him out on bail of how bad the prison is. Come on, lawyers, give me a fucking break. Okay? What do you think prison's going to be about? All right? You know, you're not going down to the Riviera. All right? I mean, Jesus Christ, you're in prison. You know?
They would have to free everybody because
Yeah,
the conditions are
we
so
probably
bad.
got some of the worst prisons here in the United States. Although you got them bad in over there in England too. Okay, but we got some of the worst prisons. I don't think they ever put a nickel to fix anything in these prisons. Uh, I mean, but maybe in Diddy's, and then people are telling me Trump is going to pardon him. Okay, where do these people come out with this stuff? That Trump's going to pardon him. I mean, give me a break. You know what that would do to Donald Trump if he pardoned P. Diddy? Forget it. No way. He might have had a shot with Joe Biden, okay? But Biden's gone. He ain't coming back. Oh, Christ. I swear to God. The stuff on YouTube that people come up with. Diddy was rushed to the hospital. No, he wasn't rushed to the hospital, folks. Okay? They took me out. You know how many times I had to go see doctors and be at the hospital? I had a stent put on it in Presbyterian Hospital in Brooklyn. All right, they had to take me out one day. I got to tell you this story. This how guys like us, we accept things, okay? They take me out, I'm chained, I'm shackled, I'm in the back of the van. I know instantly I'm going to be in that van all fucking day because the prison guards, okay, even though when you're through with your appointment, they don't bring you right back to the prison. They drive around New York, they'll stop, they get a hot dog, a hamburger, never offer me a goddamn thing. Okay. But there's one time they bring me to NYU and New York University Hospital. And you go in the side door, I'm chained, I'm shackled, okay. And they bring you in the side door to the elevator, and we're going up like to the 5th floor. Now here I am, chained and shackled. I'm against the wall. One guard here, one guard here, each side. The elevator stops on the 4th floor, and there's like 10 people that want to come on, and they're all looking at me. And I go, "Can you imagine?" I said, "All this for a speeding ticket?" And the guards just bursted out laughing. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's not a picnic. And then when I had my stuff put in, I am got a cuff on each one of my arms and each of my legs while they're doing the surgery. Okay? Yeah. So, is it a great life prison? I don't recommend it for anybody. But if you want to stay in a life of crime, I'm talking to the young men, then you better put your head to it, that you're going to be put in the biggest shithole, okay, that you could ever imagine. And my recommendation is there's so much opportunity in this world today. All right. Take advantage of it. Get educated. People don't read. People don't read today, Shaun.
They're all on YouTube.
They're all on YouTube. But then, okay, look at somebody posts, they did an AI now, all right? Somebody posted a picture of Diddy's house burning in Homely Hills. He gets a couple 100,000 subscribers and all that there. I go in front of Diddy's house. It's not burning. There's no flames around there. People don't believe me. And I don't get those subscribers. I tell the truth. I can't get people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I swear to God. Thank God I don't count on social media to make my living. I am still a Hollywood fixer. If people come to me, they got a problem, I'm going to solve it. I'm going to resolve it, but they're going to retain me. Okay? It's legal, folks. I could do that. Any kind of problem people got, I'll resolve, but I don't do things for free. That's where I make my money.
Get your Diddy questions in, folks, and subscribe to Ori's channel. I'll put the link in the live chat. Or if you've got MDC questions or Hollywood questions. So we've got a question from Pam. Why do you think people were so scared of Diddy that no one would say a word against him?
Well, a very good question. I think I'm glad you asked that. You know, I've done a lot of research on Diddy and a lot of things I hear on the streets. You heard that I knew Jimmy Henchman, and a lot of people like that. I knew Suge Knight. All right. Tupac's murder. You got this guy, Keefe, in Las Vegas, that's in prison. I guess he was in the car. I guess Orlando. Boy, the guy even got my real name is Orlando. All right, the killer, the guy that shot. All these people are dead, except Keefe. And Keefe has not said it once, but several times that Puffy offered, Punk Diddy offered $1 million. I believe it. But how? I believe that's being investigated. So what's the prosecutor's problem here? You got hearsay. How do they take that hearsay and put it into and get Diddy into the murder? If you go back in history, Diddy was uh before he had Bad Boy, he had that other company. All right. And how many people died mysteriously of that? How many people around him, Kim Porter and others, that died mysteriously of some sort of pneumonia? It's no accident. I think one of his guards even said that did he try to do it? He survived. You know, so there's a lot of questions, and a lot of people have said. I heard earlier that when Diddy first got arrested and all that, everybody's saying that he's going to get away with it because he's been a confidential informant. And I'm trying to figure who did he inform on? Well, something that people don't realize, and the prison guard brought it out to me, that Diddy's inmate number is an old inmate number. Now, nobody gets somebody else's inmate number. Diddy's goes back. So we did some research, and all I could find, I found a record 1995, I wish. Let me get it. Hang on. Where is it? I had it.
Thanks for all of your questions, viewers. Ori's YouTube channel is in the description box and his Instagram. His website, his book, Accidental Gangster. I'll put it in the chat again now. And please keep your questions coming on Diddy MDC
Here
Hollywood.
it is, right here. All right. The complaint is threatened an individual. That's not no big deal. Plaintiff, United States versus Shaun John Combs. For 1995 was when he got arrested. All right. In the Southern District of New York. But as you go through these things, on 5/19/1995, 1 month later, it is dismissed and signed by the magistrate in Washington, D.C. Now, why are you arrested in the Southern District of New York where the crime took place? But a magistrate in Washington, D.C. dismissed it. There's no other papers.
Wow.
Now, my researcher found this was amazing. Okay. So I questioned other people. I asked other people, legal people, and they said the case must be sealed. So had he been a confidential informant for a long time? I believe so. That's my theory. All right. He was probably doing other things. He got away with it. And, but this one thing here, he's not going to get away with it. Everybody's waiting for him to bring down who's above him. There's nobody above him. Okay? Nobody above him. People think Clyde Davis? Clyde Davis is with Joe Biden. Neither one of them know what they're doing. Okay? All right, Clyde, what is he, 93 years old? All right. The guy's not going to, maybe he was probably a pervert like a lot of them. Okay, I'm not saying the stories are not true. Okay. But, you know, who are these individuals? Were there politicians, judges, and very powerful people at these freak off parties that they call them? I imagine that there were. Okay. How many videos do they have? They say they got 6, the prosecutors. Okay, if they got 6, it only takes one. Now, the one that's going to destroy him, and if you go to my YouTube channel, I posted it there again. All right, at the Intercontinental Hotel, just did this a few days ago. Okay, where Diddy beaten and trashed Cassie Ventura like she was a rag. I mean, that, you know what? He should be crucified just for that alone. Okay? Forget how many people he had killed. Forget everything else. Just for beating women. You're a tough guy? No. You're a fucking punk, Diddy. And I hope you hear this. All right? Come after me. And I'm 80 years old. Come after me. I would love to. Oh, he could sue me too. What's he going to get? I don't give a shit.
You got a question from Ohio State girl. When will Diddy's co-conspirators' names come out, or will they? Because he must have had some people to enable him to run this enterprise.
Well, thus far, there's only been one superseding indictment. And now I want to make it clear because I'm going to do a special show about exactly what the RICO Act is. And not like somebody I know who had that asshole Rudy Giuliani on his show. I wouldn't have Rudy Giuliani in my cell. Okay? He's the guy that destroyed more Italian lives single-handedly than anybody else. But people want to kiss his ass. Give me a break, okay? Give me a freaking break. All right? You know how many Italians are in prison right now to this day because of him? And they don't belong there? And you have put them on your show? You think you were a gangster? No, you weren't. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. That just upsets me. They take this guy and they want to put him on a plateau.
You got a question from Angel.
Huh?
You got a question from Angel? How would the mafia deal with people like Diddy?
If somebody came to us in those days, and we know it, Diddy probably would not be around.
Michelle wants to know, was the mob aware of Epstein's list?
No, we were not. Look at what other people do. Look, we're gangsters, we're criminals. All we're concerned about is getting away with the crimes that we did. Okay, we want to go out. All right, we want to go out and enjoy our life, have a happy day, make a score today, and we want to be able to uh want to be able to enjoy my life as best as we could. We're gangsters. I don't care. You're a gangster. You're doing this. You're doing that. That's your business. Not mine. I don't. We don't get in other people's business unless we have to. Unless it's brought to us that somebody did something wrong, and there might have to be a sit down to resolve it, or however necessary means to bring it to fruition. But I hope that answers the question.
Yeah,
But
you're getting asked for your thoughts on OJ.
listen, I knew about Harvey Weinstein years ago. And how I knew was through a friend of mine who was married to a famous actress that Harvey Weinstein tried to do something. And he told me about it. I said, well, that's wrong. I said, you want me to handle it? No, like everybody else in Hollywood, they knew about it, but nobody wanted to do anything because Harvey Weinstein was a very powerful individual. Now from Harvey Weinstein, this woke thing started. And it's got everybody in Hollywood frightened. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know female executives at studios that if they get on the elevator, guys won't get on with them. Okay, they feel offended now. Okay, because this woke thing went way overboard. But you don't hear about the stars who are who's worth 200, $300 million, and they're A-list actors. You don't hear them coming out and say, "Yeah, I went to bed with this guy and that guy, and I'm an A-list actress, and I'm worth $300 million." You don't hear them coming out, do you? No, you hear the ones who couldn't get a job, who couldn't act. They should have been delighted that he even wanted to go to bed with them. Forgive me, ladies. All right. What he did was entirely wrong, but does he deserve this much time in prison for it? Seriously. Because, and no matter it's happening in corporations, it's happening in government, it's happening today still. It's just part of life. All right. Some men are just no good. All right. And they're a little mental up here. Or maybe all of us men are a little bit mental. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you.
What about OJ?
OJ is another individual. Got a story about that. Many years, I told you I knew Joe Esposito. Joe Esposito, who was Elvis's right hand man, owned a limousine company here up on Sunset Boulevard. My car was in out of being fixed. It was in a mechanic's garage. So I needed a car for the weekend. So Joe let me take one of his limousines.